Everyone, a long time no see. My name is Kevin, and some of you have seen me on YouTube, some of you have not, but I have been on here for as long as I can remember. I have filmed videos since 2010, maybe, some sketches over the years, transitioning into more challenges and then Q&As, and then finally into a more nostalgic DG cam type of film dump per se. But now I'm a lot older, 26 years old now, and I want to do more. And this is something that I've wanted to do for such a long time, but never really took the time to do it. So I set some goals up for myself. As you can see, I have a how to stop being bored list right here that I wrote for myself. Recently, I have been in a creative rut where I don't even take pictures anymore. I just kind of, I used to do photography and now I don't even do that. So this is a good way to kind of start to get back into that. YouTube was a good thing to hold me accountable in a sense, having to upload ever so often. And I feel like it's time to start up again. I'm in a much better place, I would say. And I don't know, I just think it's time for me. So first on my list of how to stop being bored, get back into photography and doing videos. I do videos as my day job. I am a content creator, believe it or not. And I feel like doing it as a job sometimes gives into burnout. And I don't want to experience that. Wanted to start to do stuff for myself. And again, like I said, this is a good place to start with that. Photography, I did a lot of digital photography when I was younger and kind of moved into film photography. Then I just completely stopped. I did have a DG cam for a while and I was doing the DG cam like everyone else was, but it just wasn't very fulfilling for me. And I just kind of stopped taking pictures altogether. It's kind of depressing in a sense because that's kind of what sparked everything for me. And to not even do it anymore is a little sad. So I definitely want to get back into that. Second on the list is to start reading more. I used to read books all the time. Memoirs, autobiographies were pretty big for me. I used to try to read one book every month, and now I just don't even read at all. I slowly started to get back into it, but it never really stuck with me. I never finish a book. I get really close and I just kind of stop. So I do want to finally finish a book this year. I know we're 6 months into the year, but to start getting into habit of it, maybe I can finally finish a book. It's a cycle that I'm trying to break. So if you have any book recommendations, comment down below. I'm open to reading anything. Third on my list on how to stop being bored, run a mile every day and do a 30-minute workout. So I've actually already started doing this. I do a mile every day and I try to do a different workout every single day. It has to be at least 30 minutes. I've been doing very well. I have felt a lot better. So kind of already started doing that. So you can check that off. So hopefully keep going strong for the rest of the year and can keep doing that. It can get a little tiring at times, but once you get into like the habit of it, you kind of, it's harder to break that cycle. Fourth on my list is to learn to enjoy being alone. So I don't like being alone. If I'm going to run errands, I prefer to run them with people. So I'll always hit up a friend and be like, hey, are you free right now? Do you want to do X, Y, and Z? But I feel like it's necessary at times. So I kind of want to find comfort in being alone, doing things alone, going places alone, kind of having that motivation to get out of the house and do something for myself, with myself, instead of having to rely on others to, actually have plans. I think it's just something that makes me uncomfortable of, going somewhere alone and people staring, even though people don't really care. Have been able to do it in the past, but I think sometimes you become a little bit more self-reliant on people, especially when, things happen. And I just want to be able to get back to that place of enjoy doing stuff with my friends, but I also want to be able to just be alone sometimes and not kind of, go crazy at times, like of having to do something, like, just sitting down and relaxing. I'm always a go person, never just stay. So that's also something that I want to work on. So hopefully that is one other way for me to not be bored. I know it doesn't make sense of how is that to be bored, but it's a way to kind of keep myself entertained by learning to be alone. What number is this? I forgot what number it is. But I want to do something new. I don't know. I feel like I've gotten pretty comfortable in the things that I like, the things that I do, but I want to break out of that and do something new. I don't know entirely sure what that may be, so I might have to do a little bit more thinking. I don't know, maybe take some cooking classes, or I don't know, something. I can't cook, so maybe that'd be something good to start with. Another thing that I really want to do to stop being bored is to journal. I used to journal in the past. Usually I would only journal if things got really bad and I just kind of needed to dump everything out. So that was like the only time I really did that. But then I kind of stopped doing it, which in my mind is a good thing, signifying that I'm getting better. So why would I need to journal? But over the past few years, I've seen that journaling is something that is useful for me. I've done it a little bit more sporadically in the last couple months. Recently just got a new notebook today, and it felt very nice to just dump things in. Sometimes there are things that, don't necessarily want to talk to people about it. Not that there's anything bad about doing that, but sometimes, there are some inner thoughts that, I don't know, are just kind of hard to articulate to others, or they don't understand necessarily. They haven't had the same experiences as you. So to kind of be able to share that is a little bit difficult, especially for me. I'm not one to really share much emotional stuff, I would say. So journaling has been very helpful for me. So that's something I want to keep on doing. And that's something that's kept me entertained the last few months and has very much helped. So I want to be more present and less digital. So this means less social media, obviously, which is very hard because we live in such a social media oriented life. I don't know how to put it like that, but social media is everywhere. Being digital is everywhere. You're literally watching this YouTube video right now on the internet. So how is that breaking out of that? But I just think maybe minimizing it to kind of help myself be more present. Like I've mentioned, I am a content creator for work, a social media person for work. So I do spend a lot of time on social media while I'm at work. So that can be very taxing. And having to do my own social media is a little interesting at times. But I think having that overconsumption of media has kind of derailed myself in a bit. So I just kind of want to be more present, less on my phone, and just more engaging in everything around me, which kind of builds up on all the other things that I've listed of wanting to do to kind of help minimize that. I don't know, I just feel like social media, while it is very interesting and fun, I don't know, I feel like there's too much brain rot. So kind of want to get away from that, but I don't know, we'll see how that goes. And I think that's it. I don't really have anything else. I think this is just something to kind of get me back into the space of doing it all. I feel like having this video is a form of accountability for myself, having a digital footprint, as one would say, to kind of look back and be like, hey, I told myself I was going to do this and I haven't. I'm going to try to upload more. I always say that and I never really do, but the type of content that I've done before to what I want to do now might be slightly different. Maybe more so me in front of the camera rather than just like a montage of clips with some very cute background music. Maybe a mixture of both. I'm not sure yet, but it's all in the planning phase, so to speak. I don't know. So these are just some of my thoughts that I wanted to share with all of you, whoever may be watching. But yeah, see you guys around.